Yo, what's up, everybody? Temu here. I just want to say thank you to all of you for all of your support. We'll let you know through some music sales and some of your donations. I was able to get myself a little hot fix for my storage situation. So, I mean, it's not, the most ideal thing, but it's a hot fix, and that's good enough for me. So I got myself this little 5 terabyte WD drive. And basically what that did for me was just, add it to my overall capacity. So that way I can take a whole bunch of, bunches of my data and kind of spread that out amongst the different drives. So I have like a music drive, a video drive. I have another drive, a real small one, but very fast for editing off of or using that for my sound library. I think that's what I'm doing right now. And then I have another one that I use to back my laptop on. So, I kind of just, not trying to put all my eggs in one basket with this data. This is 20 years or so of songs and videos, all kinds of stuff, photos. So I really don't want to lose that while I'm piling on more stuff. So for me, that just really just eased my angst about that. The caveat is that, when you're doing these low budget drives, they're not really all that fast. And I'm talking about in the sense of transferring large amounts of data in that way. So, it takes a lot of time and you got to monitor it, or the drives are shut off, or things like that could happen. So it took me a few days to kind of like shift the data around and get that done. In the meantime, I was shifting some things around here in the room, in the studio, and just trying to find a better composite, something that's like a little bit easier for me. I can just kind of turn it on and get going. And so I think I've got that going now. I think it looks pretty cool. Got the little blue in the back, right? And I've got it set up in a way so I can kind of like switch modes very quickly. So that's sort of the way that I do with my studio. We're gonna look at that another day when I do the whole studio tour thing. So I got that worked out. It's all good. Getting ready to get into the workflow, and then I got some new neighbors. Just one. But right on top of me. And we've got some thin walls and thin ceilings and floors, and the floor and the ceiling is like hollow space in between. So just walking on the apartment on top of me is just like a nightmare. Fortunately, the new neighbor, one of the things that she was doing to the apartment was putting in a new floor, so that really took a lot off the top. But it's still, it's still thumping. But throughout that whole time, from like 8, 9 to like 4 or 5, sometimes even later, it was just straight on, full on construction right on top of us. Just boom, 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 all kinds of madness going on. It just got to the point where it's like, I can't even be in this place right now. And so I would start going outside to the park, and then just take the camera with me and start playing with some shots, see if I can get this slow motion shot, see if I can play around with this little cheap steady cam, play around with this shoulder rig, things like that. And I'm so glad that I did, because in the meantime, I discovered how to get actual flat footage out of this camera. I got a Nikon D3400. It's not meant for, self video or video vloggers, kind of like that. It's not made with the YouTuber in mind. It's really meant for beginning photographers, kind of like that. But it's decent. It's some okay video out of it. But I needed a lot of accessories to kind of get the things I wanted to get going. But most importantly, I just didn't really know how to use the camera correctly, especially to get that nice flat footage. And I have more space for processing when I would put it into the computer. I was having a really big issue with that. I couldn't do any kind of editing or processing without these nasty artifacts on the video. So I think I'm so glad that I took that time to mitigate that issue and learn a few things along the way. So when it came to my whole studio tour video, I'm scrapping everything. I'm going to start from scratch and just kind of take my time with that. And in the meantime, I'm going to do some sort of short form content with some reviews of some old gear, and of course give you some tips about all kinds of stuff, talkbox and singing and making music and things like that. So I'll be covering a whole bunch bunch of different things. And in the meantime, I'll be building up to my big studio tour video, right? So that's it for this video. I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all you folks out there. I got a talkbox video coming up. I'm gonna upload that along with this video as well. So just take a look and look around for it. If you want to make sure that you see any of my videos coming up in the future, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. May the stank always be with you.